Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in today's video we are going to be looking at CSS responsive designs. Right? Now what responsive design simply means is us creating our website in such a way that it can be viewed across multiple device screen with that to say both desktop, tab and mobile device, right? Now when we are building our website we should expect users to come from different or let's say different angles or screen width, let me put it that way. And in fact, majority of our website traffic normally comes from mobile device. You get you see people using their phones. Phones is what we refer to as mobile device. So it's responsiveness is a very key aspect or a key topic in web development. You get because we are assuming users from all device widths. So let me just do something. If you've been following this series, you notice that we've created two projects. One of them is the movie project, right? This was the first one we created. And second one is the landing page project. This is the second one. So I'm going to right click and open this with live server. Then for the second one, I'm just going to come back here, right click, copy path. Right? Alright, these two websites, this was the project, or these are the projects we've done. If you look at them, they are not responsive. What do I mean by that? When I inspect, this is what I will get at a certain screen with everything just goes off and it's not well arranged. Let me put it that way. Now the same thing applies to this. When I right click and inspect this, you notice that at this what's it called? Let me make this small. You can see this thing is going off page, right? So in responsiveness now, we are going to make it such that even if my screen is getting smaller, everything will still be well arranged. I just to change the display properties and things are given to it. Right, same thing applies to this. Now, if you followed up the project, you notice that when we were doing the project, there was no hamburger and close icon, right? So I added those things off camera. The same thing applies to this. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to make them such that this will be well arranged on all should I say all screen sizes. Let me put it that way. Now if I come back to my web page, let me just show you the code. Okay, sorry, not this. I'm going to close this up. I'm not making use of that. All right. Now, good. Now let me show you the code of this what's it called? This hamburger and close icon. Remember I said I added it off cam. So this is just a span with a class of hamburger, right? And this span with a class of hamburger consists of two icons, right? Now, if you notice very well, when we were creating the project, we made use of iconify, right? So iconify links are always long, iconify icons are always long. So this is the first one, and this is the second one, right? Okay, good. And this is the second one. Now, what we are going to be doing is this. If you notice, I give the span, which is the container containing both icons, I give it the class of hamburger. Then the one of the hamburger, I give it the class of open, right? And the other one, I give it a class of close. So please take note of this guy because we are going to be making use of them, right? So let's go to our CSS and let's start the styling. Now, the first thing I will do is that I will target that hamburger first. Right. Now, what I'll do first is that I will give it a color of white, right? So let me go back and see. So good, this is what I want. Remember, we're making use of live reload. Give it a color of white. Not only that, I'm also coming back and I will set this display to none. Right? Okay, now okay, let me change the cursor as well to pointer. If I come back here, now what does cursor of pointer mean? So if you see, you can see what I'm getting now, right? And also I will set this display to none, right? Good, is not there now. Now the next thing I will do is that let me make it full screen width, then expect. I think this is better. Now the next thing I will do is that if I come back, I can now target at media screen and max width, right? Max width of 940 pixels. Now why am I using 940? Because if I come back here, you notice that at 1000 okay okay at 983 is still okay. If I come to 850 something, you can see it's no longer okay. So that's why I'm using 940. This is 930, 925. Okay, 925 also. But then I just prefer to use 940 because I feel okay, that one is okay. Right? So if I come back here, Now, let me point this out real quick. Now, there are some people that like doing responsiveness from inside apps. They tend to make use of mobile first approach and so on and so forth. Well, it all depends on you as a developer, which one works for you. For me, okay, that's what I call the inside out. You get. But for me, I like doing it outside in. What do I mean? I will do my desktop design first, then try to make it responsive. I feel that by doing so, I'm writing less amount of code and from my desktop view, things are almost responsive. So it just when I get to the mobile view, you just write few lines of code too. That's how I like doing my stuff. So you can see other people using things like min width, right? So don't be confused as well. What they're saying is when the minimum width is that. Well, for me, I'm saying when the maximum width is this, so change the styles and change other stuff. So please take note of that. Now, the first thing I will do is that I will take my nav wrapper. What's the nav wrapper? Nav wrapper is this guy containing this left and the right hand. So let me show you from the HTML. Now from the HTML, this is the nav wrapper, right? The nav wrapper has the left, which contains, remember the left contains the logo and the search icon, then the right contains this link. So please take note of that, right? Now see this nav wrapper. What I want to do to it is that I want to change its position to relative, right? Then I want to reduce the padding, right? I want to change the padding to 10 pixel. Now don't forget, this thing has a padding of 10 pixel, 20 pixel by default. Before rather, not by default. Now what 10 pixel, 20 pixel is that for top and bottom 10 pixel, from left and right 20 pixel. But now I want to make everything 10 so that it will be 10 from both top, bottom, left and right. So that's what this guy is doing. Then why am I giving a position of relative? Because I want to position the right absolute. Don't forget, this is a parent container to the right. I will learn from position relative and absolute that when you are positioning something to absolute, you must make its parent container a position of relative. So don't forget. So you can see the nav wrapper dot right. Then now what did I want to do? I want to change this position to absolute. Good. Now if I save this, watch what I'm getting. You can see it's now over here. So let me just change this background color to red so that you see background color to red, right? So if I save, you can see what I'm getting, right? So let me just make this full screen. Okay, good. Right? Then I want to change its width to be 100%. I'm coming. Let me show you what 100% width is doing. You can see it's now 100%. And also I will change. If you look at this place, you see a little space in there, right? I want to remove that space. So just to say, okay, from the left, I want it to be 0 pixel, right? Don't forget, there's no need of say margin left again because I've done position absolute. Now this is what I'm getting. Then from the top, right? I'll say from top, I want it to be 50 pixels, right? If I come back, this is what I'm getting. Good. Something I can do again is I can set the display of these guys to none, right? But now I'm not going to make it none yet. Now, what I'll do is this: I will change this guy to RGBA, and this so that it will be the same as that of the nav wrapper. Don't forget that's what the nav wrapper is having. So let me remove this display of none. If I come back here, this is what we'll get, right? So please take note of that. Then the next thing I will do is that I can come back here and see the nav A. Right, what's the A? The A are those links there, right? So what I want to do first is that I want to set them to have a margin left of 0 pixels. Now, don't forget by default, or what we gave before, the nav anchor tags, they have a margin left of 20 pixels. This is it over here. But now I'm setting it to 0 pixel. I don't want them to have any margin left. That's one. Yeah, secondly, I want to set their display to block, right? Okay. Now this is what I will get. Let me just show you. This is what I'm getting. Then also I want to set their padding. If I come back, I will say padding to 10 pixels. So if I save, that's what I'm getting, right? Good. Then now I have the nav. Okay, this same nav icon. So this same nav anchor tag, I can say nav 8. Now set the over property. What do I want the over property to be? Right, I can say this should be background color of RGBA. Let me give the white variation of it. So if I see, come back here, reload, and this is what I will get. So let me just come back here and make this like this. That's what I'm getting. That's what that one is doing. Now it even works for this last one, but I'm going to remove it for that one. Now what I will do is that I'll come over here and I'll do something like this. That's the hamburger. Don't forget, I'll see okay, no, not hamburger yet. Uh, I'll see the sign up, right? Now what I want to do is that I want to set the background color. So not background color. I want to set the display to inline block, right? And when I save, this is what I will get. And also I will set its margin, right, to 10 pixels. Now watch what this will give me. This is what I'm having. That's it. Then next thing I will do is that I can now come back here and do something like to sign up over, because when I over this guy, he's still having the same color with all of this. I don't want that to happen. I can see sign up, then over, right? Remember, this is pseudo class. So I want the background color to be what it is, right? So this is what I get. Don't forget, I'm making use of live server. That's why I don't have to refresh, right? This is what I'm having. Cool. Now, the next thing I will do is this. I'll come down, right? Then I can target the contents. Okay, coming. Don't forget, I'm supposed to set this to a display of none, right? So let me just leave the display of none. Then now let's go back. Now I'll target the contents, right? Now this content, I can see margin top. Now the margin top should be 50 pixel, right? So this is what I'm getting. And I can see margin left, right? The margin left should be 20 pixel. Now don't forget, before that was having what's it called, margin left, margin top of 180 and left of 150, but now I've reduced it, right? And also the the h1 tag, which is this guy over here, I can reduce the size. It's 40 now, but I can change it to 30 pixels. I'll say content h1, right? I can say font size of 30 pixels. And when I save, that's what I'm having now. It's not small, right? Then not only that, I can I can target the hamburger and I'll set this display to block, right? So this is what I'm getting. It's showing both by default, but there's something I will do later on. I'm going to remove the close by default, right? So please take note. Okay, we're good to go. Right, so let me just show you guys what this is. Without this, you can see what I'm having, but now I'm just going to make it none, right? Now the next thing I'll do is that this thing is well arranged now on this screen size, but then if I go more than that, let me see if this thing is smaller than that, right? I want it such that at 500 pixels, I want this guy to go to the center, and I also want to work on this top, right? I want to reduce some of those things there. Now let's just go back and do that. So I can come back here and see at media screen, and when my max width, sorry, when my max width is 500 pixel, right? Now what did I want to do? I want to set my nav wrapper dot left, right? Now what's the left? Remember those what's it called? This guy, this the one containing this logo and this what's it called, this search bar, that's the left. Now what I want to do is I want to set the width, right, of that guy to 80% so that I can accommodate more of these guys, right? When I'm getting smaller, I can see that it's adjusting itself, and that's one. Then secondly, I want to that's the only thing I want to do. Then also the search icon, I also want to reduce the size. I can see the width should be 75% so that that top will be well responsive. And also I want to set the margin left, margin left to 10 pixels. Now this margin left, if you look at what I was having before, and the search was having a margin left of 20 pixels, but now I'm reducing it to 10, right? So when I come back, you can see that that top is now, even on smaller screen sizes, giving more room to accommodate. And that's not the only thing. I'm going to remove this close icon later on, right? Using my what's it called? Using JavaScript. So please take note of that. So we see that. Now I like using JavaScript to for my responsiveness. The reason is because it makes it really fun. And there's some developers that can do that triggering without the use of JavaScript for me. I don't know any better method. I just like using JavaScript, right? So something I can do. So target the slash. I can now target the content. I say dot content, right? Now I will set the text align to center. Not only that, then don't forget it was having a margin left. Now if I come back, you can see there was a margin left of 20 pixels, right? Remember, this was what we did over here, but now I can change the margin left to be 0 pixels, right? So that it sits at the center of the screen. That is now the center. Good. So I think we are done with this. So you can see it's responsive to some extent. Now we're done with that. So let's go and work on that. What's it called? The hamburger, right? Now don't forget, if we come back to the HTML, I said you should take note of the hamburger class, right? The open class, right? And the close class. So take note of this guy. Now if I come down, I can write my script tag over here. So let me just close this. And this will be placed side by side so that I can see. Now the first thing I'll do is that I can now say okay, put my script tag, then say let's be hamburger, we go to documents dot query selector, right? And say burger, right? Then next again I'll say let the links, right? Or I can call it menu. Okay, let me call it links. Let the links be go to documents dot query selector, right? I'll say dot right, right? Don't forget the right, the one with the class of right is what's covering those, is what's containing all of those links, right? Okay, so please take me. In fact, let me just call it menu. Let me just call it menu, just to make it easy. I think I can remember menu easily. Then I'll say okay, and I'll say let the open icon be equal to document dot query selector, right? Dot open. Now when we do JavaScript, you are going to understand more of this, but I would advise you, if you are following this course and you've not done JavaScript before, it's a challenge. Just go and what's it called? Study JavaScript, study done. It makes you read ahead, right? But when we do JavaScript, you also understand all of this. While some of us that know we've already had an idea of JavaScript, we've done JavaScript before, so I believe you understand what I'm doing. Now select close icon, then equal to document, not query selector, right? Now say close, right? Now if I do all of these, you can see I'm getting all of that. Now the close icon is this one, the open icon is this one, right? And now what I can do, I can set the close icon, right? Or style the display, right, to be equal to none. When I do this and save, notice that the close icon is no longer there, right? This is what I want, right? And now after that, I can now come back here and say, okay, this hamburger, right? I want to add an event listener to it. Don't forget, an event is what trigger an action, right? So when I come back here, I can say add event listener. After I want to add a click event, then this add event listener takes two parameter. The first is the event, so I'm adding a click event such that when I click on it, something will happen. Now what will happen is the second thing, which is a callback function. So when this thing is firing off, I can do all that I want to do there. Now the first thing I want to do, I would say if this guy was it the close icon has a style and the display is what's it called, has a style display of what, none, right? So don't forget, I'm comparing. If this guy is none, I want to do something. Now what did I want to do? First of all, I want to set the open icon, right, to have a style and display of none, right? And I will set the close icon to have a style, right, and its display should be block, right? So that's what I want to do. So what am I doing? I'm saying, okay, if this guy has a display of none, set this open icon to have a display of none, then let the close icon have a display of block. Then I want the menu to have a style dot display, right, to be equal to block, right? Now don't forget the menu. I set the menu to be none before. Where is it? Where is it? This menu. Don't forget I gave it a display of none, right? So now I'm not setting it to block. That's what I'm doing over here, right? Then else Now for the S, I just want the opposite of it, right? Now if I copy this guy just to paste it over here, now what I want this one to be, I want this one to be block, right? Then this guy, I want this to be none, right? So we're done with it. Okay, I believe this will do it. So when I click on this, oh, it's not working. Okay, I noticed that I've wrongly spelled style, so this is what I'm having. Oh, sorry, but let me see. Okay, this is all the currency. When I change this to style, the display, when I see, and when I click on this, you notice that it's working, right? So this is what I'm getting as of now. Close, so good. You can see that it's working. Now, if you notice very well, the color is kind of, confusing and clashing. So you can work on your colors. Maybe you can make it something, something a bit darker than this. So it's all up to you, right? But you can see that this is working. When I, right click, okay. Notice that I lost this guy, but I'm coming. I'll tell you what to do. When I inspect, right? For smaller screen sizes, these are the center, right? When I click on this, it's coming out. Click on it, it's closing. Now I could add animations if I want. I want it to slide in from the top and so on and so forth. Instead of using display of block and none, you can set it to, have what is it called? You can say margin top of, or give it a negative value, then add a little transition effect. Then when you click on it, but then I don't want to do all of those things. I just want to make it simple. Now when I come back, you notice that I normally lost all of these guys. Right now, there's something I can do. Now, if I go back to my CSS, I can as well see, um, I can see at media screen, right? Now, and whenever the mean width, right? So I'm not using this mean width, right? Now, I can say whenever the minimum width is 941 pixel, 941 pixel, right? And now I can do something. Those links, I can set their style. I just to say I want the remember it's my nav wrapper, right? And it's the right. Is that not so? I can say I want it to have a display of what block, right? And I'll use this important flag. Now what this is saying is that even if it has a display of none before, or even if my JavaScript has triggered something or done something, because of this important flag, it's showing that this style is more important than that one, and this will, take effect. So please, that's what it means. So when I save, come back, do all of this, close all of this. When I come to full screen, notice that it's still here. When I come to smaller screen, notice that it's gone, big screen gone. Even if I open this down, then when I come to this, notice that it has gone. But when I'm coming back, it will be like this. And close this. Let's go again. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go again so you can see what I'm getting. So that's pretty much about the responsiveness of this. You can see it was fast and easy. So let me just make this small, then click on this, then big screen. So everything is working fine. So thanks very much guys for joining. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks very much, and I hope to see you in the next video.